When you come through those gates, it's like coming home. I think over the years, been so many times, and it's just like a safe place.
You kind of feel like you're away from the real world here for a little while, cut off from everything else. Just a chance to hear from God, to just get away from any other distractions.
We came across the site when we were looking for a new venue, and we thought, oh, the first attraction obviously was the beach. Thought that would be wonderful to wake up to see the sea.
Yeah, fond memories of being on the beach, hanging around the little pond out there, fishing for newts and frogs and things.
I remember my first year as a camper. I got caught in the pond trying to fish for some newts, and that is out of bounds, so I had to be sat on time out for quite a while.
There's just a sense of God's presence here. So like walking around the grounds, I don't know, it just feels like a close place with God.
I feel like Sizewell is described as a thin place, and I think that will come up quite often when people talk about Sizewell. But I think there is something that is really special about it, in that you do feel close to God, even just by being here and being present.
The location, very serene, very quiet. The sea made it extra special. And we like the fact that it's actually a Christian centre, really steeped in the Word.
My first experience is coming in 1974 with a group of other young people and clearing the grounds. So clearing the undergrowth, and I can remember taking the ivy off the wall where that little hole is in the wall, look out to the sea.
It's just the serenity of it all. I mean, when all the, we're here as a big church family, so it gets a little bit rowdy, especially with the kids running around. When you're out there, and especially early in the morning and late at night, that sort of peaceful, serene kind of, water in the background, you can hear the ocean, it's almost like hearing the voice of God talking to you and calming you down. You can pray, you can meditate, and you can come here and reflect on the things that brought us here in the first place.
Never forgotten, was on a men's weekend here one weekend, and we were asked to just get away for a little while and just stop and think, and I walked down to the beach, and I can clearly remember standing right on this edge of the shore, and this voice came into my head, and it was obviously God saying, why are you paddling around at the edges when there's this vast ocean to enjoy? And I've never forgotten that. Yeah, and that was a real pick-up for me, yeah.
For me, school wasn't easy. I didn't particularly enjoy school at times, and kind of getting away to here was just a really great kind of escape, being able to switch off from kind of the pressures of school and finding God again.
I just can't imagine a summer without it. I just love coming here. I say every year, just seeing the way Jesus transforms the lives of young people, and it's really refreshing for myself to be here and amongst that. When I first started coming to junior camp as a 10-year-old, that's where I actually gave my life to Jesus. Ever since then, I carried on going to camp through my teenage years, and then became a worker and fulfilled all sorts of roles as a worker. I was led worship, we did the speaking, led the games, being a tent worker, and it's just loads of different roles, and it's sort of come full circle now in that we're actually running the whole camp.
And just hearing the last night, like a testimony night, and just saying how God had helped them over the week. Just 10 to 14-year-olds, amazing. And they sat and prayed with each other and just looked out for each other.
But I mean, every year, it's particularly the Friday nights of camp, really particularly special, because we let the campers share what God has done in their lives during the week, and just hearing them talk. Sometimes there's campers that you think, oh, they're not really paying attention, and then they come out with these most profound things, just sharing on a Friday night, and it's so wonderful to hear them share every year sort of what God's been doing in their lives, and that's, that's the reason we do it and the reason we love to run camp.
Sizewell was influenced my faith and walk with God tremendously, really, because it's a chance just to take, as I've said before, take a time out from everything else and to reset.
When you look back on particular times or parts of your year, actually Sizewell was always a highlight of mine, and I think that helps in your faith as well, because you can then recall those memories and those faith moments.
I think Sizewell is a great place for young people especially to grow their faith, because I know so many people who've just invited their friend along, especially Revolution that we do in February, just invited their friend along for the week, just like see what this God thing's about. And I think that's a great way to get young people learning more about God and growing their faith.
For us as a family, it's a really special place. So my children have come here from babies and they love coming here. And again, it's a really special place for them. It feels like coming home. It's a real encouragement and they love to be here.
Oh, if I was recommending Sizewell for somewhere to come for someone, I'd just say go. It's just peaceful, just a lovely place to come to, good food, good fellowship, and just really right by the sea. And if you love the sea like me, it's great, you know, just seeing God's creation as well. It's just in such a lovely setting.
It's been such a blessing to so many people over the 50 years, and long may it continue, and it needs good input from people spiritually and financially to keep the place going, because it's such a special place, and really I'd love it to keep going for at least another 50. Yeah.